This, my friends, is going to be a doozy. So if you watched last week, I did the like Monday through here, right? And I think it turned out really, really cute. So today I am going to do something similar because Monday is supposed to have 6 boxes. Wednesday and Friday are supposed to have 4 boxes. And Thursday and Saturday are supposed to have 3 boxes. Realistically, I could do some crazy extender on Monday and then not do boxes on Thursday, Saturday, and then do extenders on Wednesday, Friday. I could still do that. Monday makes me nervous, and I feel like this was a lot of work. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do like an extender like this. Let's do some experimenting because I am nervous because we did a lot of things on Monday. It was Bennett's 5th birthday, which I feel like is a big deal. He's a whole hand old now. But let's set up this thumbnail. This was week we were in Disney, and I feel like we got so much done. It was a really fun Disney trip. I don't think it was like my favorite. I feel like my favorite Disney trip so far was not like the first time we went to Disney as a family of 3. It was a little bit more difficult, I think. Obviously we had help this time. We had Nick's parents with us, but also, so like me and Nick and I got to do a lot of things like on our own that we wanted to do. Like we a lot of times went to the parks with the kids in the morning, and then in the evening, I think maybe only 2 times we did that. Well, 2, 3, I don't know. Anyways, a couple of times we got to do that, and then we got to go out once with Bennett. So I felt like, we got to do some fun things. It was a really fun trip. But I just feel like going to Disney with just the little teeny family, my teeny family, even though we're not teeny anymore, there's 5 of us, always just reigns supreme. I don't know. Do you ever feel like that? I just love my fam. And I think that I actually had Hannah make me an extra one of these because she's a doll and I knew that I'm going to need them. I actually feel like, do I need more? I don't even know. But we're going to make do with what we have. So I have the kit here. It's Magical 50th. I had initially planned on using Mary Magique, which is right here. But I was like, there's a pretty likely possibility that I'll go to Disney again for, the holidays, for Halloween. But there's not really another time I think that I'm going to go for the 50th. I am going to be going in December, but we're also going to be going on a cruise. So I'm going to be using that kit, and then I'm using Lila's birthday kit the week after. And then I am going with Hannah in February, March. But I'm going to be using the Magic Bound kit. I think it just kind of goes better with the vibes. So yeah, I decided now is the time to use the 50th because after that, the 50th will be over basically, and I won't be going back during it. So I have, like I said, those. I have the custom boxes here. These I just got in all of the like core foils. It's Happy Birthday Bennett, Lila, Nick, and Theo in Sparkly Hollow. So I'm going to use one of those because I initially had gotten it in orange, but I just put that with the kit because who knows. Or back with orange because maybe I'll use orange or like a rainbow or something for Bennett's birthday that I could pull the orange in. And then I pulled out these to do I'm trying to do like a mixed metal Bellini Sparkly Hollow, but I thought I could do the little mixed metal moment with these. Y'all have seen me do this before. I just cut out the Mickey heads or whatever and place them on every other one because these are like direct lineups. So I have that. And then I also have these 2 boxes from Simply Watercolor Co. in regular hollow, and I thought when else would be a time to use this. And then it kind of pulls in the Halloween vibes, which I think is a good time. And then I also did pull out the 203 through 209, which are all like Disney Halloween stuff. And then I also pulled out the rest of these from last week. I'm trying to use up these 2 sheets of Halloween stickers this year. I only have 1 more Halloween kit that I'm using. And then I pulled out these are from the Honeybee shop, just because I want to use up this October from the sheet. And then I have my Sparkly Hollow. Like, this is like my bits and bobs that I pull out every week. I just pull it out in the color of the kit. So I have the matte label samplers. I have the large icons, small icons, specialty icons from my shop. Hannah made me a couple different icons, some script samplers, etc. So I have those on hand for whenever we get past the base. Let me go ahead and, before I forget, take a picture of my thingy-bob for the thumbnail with my phone, as I always do. I also have my scripts I made for this week here. This is part 1, and then I think this is part 2, and then I just filled it with K's. And I think that is everything. So, like I said, we have a lot of extenders and situations, so we're going to use this. I have a lot to figure out. Oh, did I say I mentioned I pulled out the shimmer hollow and sparkly hollow? I was actually wondering where this went, because Kirsten usually gives me 2 to start, and then I go in and pull a bunch more if I want them, like foil bundles when she collates them. Then I was like, where is this? Because this just released. Like, as you're seeing this, I just did the listing, so it'll be released tomorrow. I always do listings on Tuesday. But yeah, I was like, did she not give me 2? I'm like, that's impossible, because Kirsten is like the most like detail oriented. She doesn't miss things very often. It's more me missing things, but every once in a while she does, because we're all losing our minds slowly but surely. So if I did it the way without doing Monday and 2, I probably would use, I wish I would have done like a Bennett full box, but also like he has his full birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to even use the tall. So I'd use one. I could add a Bennett box later and leave it blank for now, because I think that would be cute. I wish I had a Bennett in me, like me holding Bennett, or like the fireworks. I bet you I could make that box would be really cute. Okay, I might leave a box empty and just fill it in. I left scripts empty this week. I'm leaving a box empty this week. Honestly, I'm just basically useless. So what we're going to do is we have 1, 2, 3, and then we'll start over here. 3, we're not sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 'I don't know what to do here besides do the 2. And 7 is not a lot of boxes, y'all. Not a lot of boxes at all. Especially if I'm making one. I want to use all of the boxes. And I don't really love the idea of having like 2 extenders on the day. Unless I make one of the extenders, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 covering. That could work. It's not my favorite idea, but it could work. So then I'd be able to use, that's even less boxes. So some of the 3s I'm going to use boxes. Yes, so there's going to be extenders. Because also I don't know, I kind of just want to do what I did last week and then just do the whole sidebars the start of Monday, keep Monday here, put October here, and just like call it a day. Because I feel like then I wouldn't be as stressed. I could actually make it kind of look like the sidebar and just hide things. Like maybe start Monday here, but that would still just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did an extender, but I don't want to use the tall box. This is a stressful time to be alive. So I think I'm just going to do what any person would do and just wing it. I think that's the best option. So we have full boxes. I'm not going to use the tall box. We're not going to use that one for sure. Glitter. Oh my God. And this is, wait, why do I have, oh, I was like, is this the mini kit sheet? No, this is the old format. Oh my gosh. Okay. So don't know what we're going to do here. Cause I should have enough. Oh, and I have extra. We're going to use that. So we're not color blocking or anything. I have the label sampler, so I don't need that right now either. I feel like the new format just makes so much more sense in my brain. All right, let's do this. So these are all the full boxes. And I have this one, which I think would be cute to do with like one of these on here to make it like spook. And then I want to use, I think I'm going to make a Bennett box. I'm going to make a Bennett box. But I do really like this one because me and Nick did go on a date. And I actually have a picture of like, and he took it without me even asking him, a picture of me like holding his hand and like from behind. I don't know if I posted it or not, but it's a cute one. It actually turned out real cute. The drink in the hand, I could kind of live without. So we'll just kind of go with the flow. And I think I'll put the Bennett box up here, quote box, and then another box. So let's think. On Wednesday, we did go on a date because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do box-wise. Or I could put Bennett box on Monday because that was his birthday. I think that would be cute. So maybe, but also I don't have anything. I could always just put down like, I wish I had this box. Maybe I should go design that real quick and send it to Kirsten. I could do that. Actually, she'll be here a while. I probably could send it to her, and she could still have it done for me by tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to put Bennett on this day then probably. And then we didn't go on a date. Oh, no, I did. I went on a date on a Tuesday too. Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's do Tuesday because Tuesday was like kind of a shorter day. Yeah, let's start with Tuesday because I want to do this box on Tuesday. Though that's like a lot of people on this side. Though, do I actually care? Because we left Disney on Saturday. So let's go ahead and do this on... This was a cute trip though. I'm like, we had a day with Bennett. We had a day with Theo. We had some days by ourselves. It was a good trip. But I still think doing stuff by ourselves is always way more fun. So I think I'm going to put this one in the middle. Let's just start there. I don't know what to do. So we're going to start there. These are fireworks by Hannah. I actually designed this pattern, which is very, very fun because she was like, there's no like good patterns. And I'm like, well, I need it. So I'm going to make you one. So I made this pattern using a bunch of backwards. Okay. A bunch of the fireworks from, if you have like the fireworks mini sheets, did I pull those out? I don't think I did. But I think there's only two actually. Two different fireworks. And then I put some confettis and then some stars in there. Because I thought that kind of makes the most sense. But I needed them specifically for this spread. So I was like, I need them. I will make them if you will release them. So bless you, Hannah, because I needed them. And I think that they make this spread just so fantastic. And I could see using them with other things, like use them with 4th of July spreads or just any other like celebratory spreads. New Year's Eve. Wait, that'd actually be really cute with New Year's Eve. What am I doing for New Year's Eve? Hold on. Let me pull that out. Do I want to order some? Gold. Oh, but I am using the shimmer, and I feel like shimmer gives me the same vibe, so maybe no. Oh, but this is a really pretty spread. Okay, that's cute. So we start with that, and then I could have also considered like what days we went places. So this day we did go to Animal Kingdom, which would have been a good day to use that one. On Wednesday we went to Epcot. So maybe I'll use that on Wednesday. But then I feel like if I don't, I guess I could use the Animal Kingdom a different day. Right? Because we also went to Epcot this day. And then we went to Hollywood Studios this day. I don't really know. So this day I went to Epcot. This day, we went to Animal Kingdom and Epcot. But I only went to Animal Kingdom on this day. Then we went to Epcot on this day. Then this day we went to Hollywood Studios. And yeah. Then this day we went back to Magic Kingdom. So I feel like I wouldn't want to have like all of the parks just kind of squished. And then I also kind of want to do this as the double box scene, which wouldn't really make sense. I guess it kind of could on Friday, Saturday. I could put this on the sidebar because me and it like, let's think. Bennett, and then if I did the things. So we would have Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, because we did both of those. Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom. And they'd be all like squished in the middle then. Let's do that. And then I could just put this on the sidebar because it was like, oh, me and Nick got to do multiple dates. Sometimes I don't really know why I try and make reasons out of things. No. Sometimes I don't know why I try to make reasons of things. Like, it doesn't need to have a reason. But then I'm like, well, if there can be a reason, there might as well be a reason. Does that make sense? Like, if we can have a reason for it, we might as well have a reason for it. And then we'll do Epcot on this day. This is going to go on the sidebar once I get to it. So we're just going to sit it right there. So Epcot's going to go on this day. And like I said, I think I'm doing something weird here. And I want to have it fold this. They're going to be both folding. But I think I'm going to have the box here. And then I'm going to do this box here. We're just going, and we're going hard, and we're going strong, and we're just hoping for the best, basically. I'm currently, right before this, I was doing a bunch of work. Oh, weird. I got a missed call from an Austin number. I feel like it's always like Ship Station. They are based out of Austin, and it always throws me for a loop whenever they're always like, we're having this event. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a Ship Station event. It doesn't sound fun. But it's funny because they're actually located above Snooze, which is one of my favorite breakfast places, which I just thought was just very strange. But also I think like the Kendra Scott, like one of the bigger like offices in Austin is in that building too. But yeah, I'm assuming that's who it was because otherwise I feel like they would have left a message. So yeah. What was I looking up? I don't even remember. Okay, so this one's going to be Epcot. I don't totally love having all of the parks squished in the middle, but I have a feeling that once we get rocking and rolling, that I think it's going to be just fine of sorts. Oh, I'm listening to the Anna Delvey book. I don't know. Is there only one? Is there multiple? I don't know, but I'm listening to it and it's very interesting. And like, I haven't finished listening to it. By the time that you see this, probably should be done listening to it. But for me, I'm kind of just like, at this point, like I said, I haven't finished it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I started watching this show and I think it's like it's more a perspective of afterwards, but I only watched one episode, right? And I'm kind of like at the point, I don't even know. I feel like I'm like pretty far into the book. Let me give you a little percentage type situation of like where I'm at. I hate that it doesn't give you a percentage unless you like close out of Apple Books. I'm halfway through the book. And basically it's just her like Anna Delvey, the girl who wrote the book, I guess. She wrote the book, I assume? She was basically scammed a bunch of money. And I'm just like, kind of the whole time I'm like, I get it, but also, am I going to have enough boxes? I really should. So I'm going to just go ahead and put it on. Is it 4 for Wednesday? Yeah. So I'm just like, you kind of like just continuously accepted free things from her. And I don't know. I'm just kind of like, you kind of like, obviously what Anna did was like horrible. But at the same time, I'm like, you kind of like can't be really that surprised. You just kind of were getting free stuff all the time. And then she just ended up being a horrible person. I don't know. That's like where I'm at. I'm just kind of like, I feel like the brains weren't used totally. She's just too trusting. I feel like whenever you hear about stuff like this and you're not like I'm not a trusting person, it's hard for me to like understand how somebody was that trusting, if that makes sense. So yeah, on Thursday, but it is a very interesting story and I'm very hooked on like what's happening, because basically it's just the whole story been like, Anna, where's my money? Anna, where's my money? Anna, where's my money? Anna, where's my money? And it just keeps like going and going and going, and I don't think she's gonna be getting her money. This day we went to Hollywood Studios, right? Thursday, yes. So this day I need 3. So basically I would need to do 1 and then 1 on the inside, which I'm totally fine with. I think I'd do it here. But then I think I can make it work. Because then Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, no. And then Sunday is also Saturday. Ooh, wait. Saturday's a 3-2. Okay. I think I can make this work. So we're going to do this with an extender. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Obviously, I haven't watched it all, so I don't know what else transpires. I'm going to do it this way, I guess. There's a lot of extenders, I guess, going to happen here. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know. For me, I don't feel like I would have gotten myself into this situation. I'm also not a kind of person who can accept things from people. So I feel like I would have just been like, nah, I'll just continue my life. And I feel like she had a pretty cool life. Like, I mean, I don't know what the current situation is, but she was like, is she like an editor or something for like fashion or something like that? I don't know. I would have just been like, I don't feel comfortable just taking all this stuff from you. I'm going to just continue on. But I'm interested to see kind of what happens. And I am definitely hooked. I remember somebody in my DMs told me to read this. So thank you so much. Because I am thoroughly enjoying it. And I think once I finish it, I'm going to do the Netflix series. Because I think that's the natural progression of what is happening here. I'm just gonna need to, did I do this right? Yeah. This is gonna look so good. I'm also reading, so I'm listening to that as an audiobook, because I like to have one audiobook going and one regular book, physical book going at once. And I think I'm gonna do, so I'm doing these, and normally I wouldn't want to do another one here. But I think because I want to do the double box of Magic Kingdom, I don't want to do that on the days that I wasn't here and then not have anything to put here besides like the balloons. So I think I am going to just have to be okay with doing that there, because I'm not a really big fan of the open window. Am I? But maybe I could be today. Because also, I guess I could be a fan of an open window because it's just going to be a box here. It's not like I'm trying to put more plans on it. So we're going to do the open window. I just talked myself into it. So hopefully it goes well. Because only one day has to be an open window because... Just kidding. Friday's 4. So we do have to do it on top. Okay, we're just gonna continue on and hope for the best. So since it's 4, I don't really want to have one like Friday open and then have to have like information on here, because I like it to be like linear, and this just kind of gives me a headache for myself only. Other people do it and I feel like it doesn't. Like, I'm just like, oh, that's cute. But for me, I'm just like, my brain, it can't comprehend whenever stuff's written on the side. It just can't do it. So that's what we're going to do today. So Friday was a 4-day. So we're going to go ahead and go all the way up. But Saturday was a 3-day, so it still needs an extender. Thank goodness I got extra full box underlay thingers, because otherwise we'd be definitely losing our minds, because we're gonna be here a minute. So this is a 4. I feel like we got so much accomplished though this trip, like as far as like doing things. And I feel like the thing is, so for me, I do Disney very differently than I feel like a lot of people. I am more just kind of, I don't like waiting in lines, especially with 3 kids. It's honestly not really an option with 3 kids at this point, basically 5 and under, or just barely 5 and under. It's not really an option. So I don't wait in a line longer than like 20 minutes. We utilize Genie Plus. I feel like, honestly, doing rope drop, getting some things done, utilizing Genie Plus in the morning the way that you can, I think Genie Plus with kids is like very invaluable. I feel like staying on property is a plus if you can. And then like going back to the, doing Genie Plus in the morning and then going back to wherever you're staying and doing, keep doing the Genie Pluses while you're gone, because you can do Genie Plus, well, not while you're in the park. So you can, every 2 hours, you can keep, making more reservations and then going back in the evening and utilizing those Genie Plus selections while also just riding a bunch of stuff that doesn't have a wait time. I feel like we're never not doing anything, and we also get time of rest in there as well. So I feel like, honestly, it's kind of a win-win. And that's what we did, and that's what we always do. And I just feel like it really works out every time. I've now went through 2 sheets of extenders. But yeah, that's how we do it. And I just don't wait for anything. Just not a thing. And I feel like also another tip. This is a real tip here. So we went, and obviously we're there like a bunch of days. And I think we went to a Halloween party once, but Bennett was really little and he can't hang. He couldn't hang at this time. He was just not a hanger. Oh no, this happens when I'm talking. He can't really hang, which is fine. He was little. Yeah, I think he was like under 2, and he just can't hang that late. So I had never really experienced the parties before. But just after this trip of like being there during a party and going to we went to Magic Kingdom. No, we didn't. There was a day that there was no party. We went to Magic Kingdom and it was packed. The lines were so long for everything. And I don't know really what I want to do here. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you the story in a second. So let us see. So I don't really care about the rest of these. So we're going to put them over there. So basically, hold on. So this day is actually a 4. So I'm going to put this up here. Friday, right? 4, yes. Wednesday, we already have a 4 down. Hold on. Okay, we're going to sticker on. So these days get boxes. This gets a box. We need 1, 2, 3 Bennett box. 4, 5, 6. So I have, really? I guess. Maybe I will use the hand box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count right? 1, 2. Sorry, Vika Nick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we're using all of these boxes, which is kind of wild, but I guess we'll do as we do. So I'm going to put I think I'm going to hide all of the flat lace question mark. Oh, and then I have this. So realistically, I don't need to use all of them. So we're going to be using this on the sidebar. So then I need 2 more. So I'm definitely going to use this. And then I guess I'm going to use the hand with the drink question mark. I don't know. Sure. But I also like this box. This could be kind of like Saturday we were coming home. So I kind of like the idea of having this suitcase in there. And then, hold on. So the suitcase in there. And then from these 2 boxes, like I like this one. Is this an outfit recolored from another one though, I think? So I think I want to use this one instead, actually. And then I don't think I need that box. We're going to put on the side. So I think that these are going to be my boxes of choice. And then this box is also going to go in here. So all the flat lays are going to be hidden. And then I kind of like that idea because then it's not like, oh, we're trying to distribute the flat lays. We got a situation. And I like that. Okay. So over here, I'm going to do the balloons because it's Jess's birthday. I think that kind of makes sense sort of in my brain. So back to my story. We went on a day that there was no party. So the park was open to close. And this makes sense, but like for me wasn't a no-brainer. It was not. So we went on a day that there was no party. The lines were so long. So long. And then we went on, what was it? Thursday, we went with Theo, and there was going to be a party in the evening, and the lines were so short. Like, so short. Like, we rode so much in such a short time, and I'm like, that was insane. But then it kind of makes sense, because if you're going to Magic Kingdom and there's a party, you have to be out so much earlier if you're not going to the party. So I would pick like a different park, and I feel like that also then made the other parks super busy on the days. This all seems like common sense, but it wasn't for me. We're very, very busy on the days that were parties, because like, obviously, why would you want to be at Magic Kingdom? So I think I'll keep that in mind for the future. So I guess I'm doing this one with the stuff, and then this one on the bottom, and then this one in the middle. Or no, maybe I should do this hand with the coffee on the bottom, this one on the top, and this one on the middle. I kind of like that one better. Okay. But I also need to figure out this, which is going to be a little bit tricky. Without having the box. So do I just leave the bottom one blank maybe for now? No, I think I know what I can do. I'm just going to do the base today anyway. So I'm going to, I won't be closing this. So let's do the bottom washi first. I think that makes the most sense. So let's do that, and then we'll work on Monday. So hold on, let me figure out what I have for the bottom washi. I have these, and then I have this. Yeah, so I think the whole story, the whole moral of my rant here. So I'm going to do, oh my gosh, this is going to be literally the prettiest thing in the whole world. Okay, this is funny. The moral of the story is if you're going during a party, I personally would go to Magic Kingdom. Even if you're not going to the party, I would go on a party day, because I feel like you can get more done in the time that you have, simply because there is no, it's not busy. Like, it's really just not. So then what I would do is I would just park hop later in the day. Like, I would do everything that I wanted to do. I would go to lunch somewhere, or like a late lunch or an early dinner somewhere. And then in that time period, I would be like picking a different park to park hop to, and start loading up my Genie Pluses for that park. Or, you know, obviously if you're going to the party, I would just do Magic Kingdom that whole day, because it was not busy. And I like looked it up later, and it was like, that is like common sense. But for me, like I said, is not. And that is like literally the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Just saying. So I'm not going to use this bow, but whenever it's mixed metal in like a common color, I save it, because I could use that. Like, even if I'm just doing like a hollow or a sparkly hollow kit, I would use that like in the spread 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. I feel like depending on, you know, where you place this, I feel like this is kind of more night sky. This is more clouds. Like, I feel like you get a different look from it. I'm going to go more the night sky effect, because that's real cute. So we're going to stick this in here. And then with this one, so this is done. So with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be cutting Mickey heads off. And I think I figured it out that if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can't even just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, you can just use one strip. All right, we're just going to do that. So we're just going to use one strip, and then I can use the Mickey heads elsewhere too. Like, sometimes I like just putting them on like pictures or whatever. So let's do that. So basically I just cut these up, and then I don't really worry about like cutting them around them or anything, because it's like clear on clear. It's not really a big deal. And then I just place them on top of every other Mickey head, and it gives you the mixed metal look without having the mixed metal, which I think is so fun. Obviously takes a good minute, but I think that for the effect, it's pretty cool. So worth it in my opinion. But yeah, I think I actually cut this one a little bit too long. Maybe not actually. I think it was actually perfect. Stick that one in there, and then continue. I think it's some of the other shapes that you can't do. I don't remember which other one I did this for. You can't do just one strip. It would be like 2 strips, but that's okay. I think it might be stars or something. Or maybe it's park hopper. I don't remember which one I did this with last. And then I have one extra left over that I can do whatever I want with. So I'll probably just put it on like a full box, like in the corner or something. Like I think that'd be kind of cute. So we'll just save that for a minute. And then I'm just going to take this. I'm actually just going to cut it with my scissors because I feel like it might be easier today. But yeah, those are all my tips and tricks of Disney, is utilize Genie Plus. I think this does not go for Disneyland though. This is specifically Disney World tricks. I did not think that Genie Plus was very helpful with Disneyland because I feel like only 50% of the rides have Genie Plus, which I just thought was kind of bizarre coming from like Disney World all the time. Like Pirates doesn't have, like, I guess it's like whatever didn't have a fast pass, but I just didn't realize that so much did not have a fast pass. So I just thought that it really wasn't worth it. I feel like all of the rides that had it, I was like, I don't know. And I feel like they went really fast. Like, I feel like at Disney World, like, I'm able to get for something. Even if I already had rode it the other day or something, I was at least able to get something at basically any time. I feel like Disneyland, I don't know. I just feel like it's not as friendly when it comes to that. Like, Genie Plus situation, I just feel like it's not worth the money in my opinion. I would just buy the, like, express passes for whatever's available for like the more premium rides and then like call it a day. So yes, let's work on the sidebar. So basically I said that I want to use this, right? It's either this or the flat lay, so I think I'm just going to use this. So we're going to go ahead and stick this down, and then we're going to do, how do I normally do this? Too many tall boxes. We're going to do a half box, and then this one actually still has those little strips in them, these ones, so I think I'll just use these because if we're using the old format, we're going to use my favorite things that aren't in there anymore. It was just not a lot of people use them. Sometimes gotta take a cut even if it's something I use. So let's put this in. And then let's do, I guess, the purple. Also don't have a lot of like my cute boxes, but I feel like this week's not really going to be a time for those boxes because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of little things, which I am a little nervous that I might run out based on having like 17,000 boxes that I'm going to need, but we shall see. A little crooked, but that's okay. All right, so we have that done. Then I am going to, I guess, work on Monday, and then we'll do like overlay type things. So for Monday, like I said, I'm going to do a box down here, and then this is going to be, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I need to grab more extender bitties. Let's do sheet. I don't even know if this is a tall one. I guess I could use this right now, but I don't feel like it. And then stick it on top. But I just feel like it bulks up things way too much for me. So we're just going to cut one of these and leave it open-ended. And then I'm going to come back this tomorrow because I really want that Bennett box. So we're going to do this. Like so. A little crooked, but you know, that's what happens. I'm a little hungry. Is it lunchtime? 12. Yes, it is. Okay, let's put that in. I'm going to do another one of these. I don't remember really what my plan was here, if I'm going to do 6. Oh, yeah, I remember my plan is. Is it a good plan? I don't know. I feel like I should have just did Monday as another day. I mean, the sidebar is Monday. We're going to do this. The other little piece of the puzzle here. Put that back up there. Let's do this. Oh, wait a second. I am going to actually need, because I can't put these on top of me. Like, another one. So I'm going to have to use a, let's figure this out. All right, let's grab, this. We're just going to take an L for today on my making my planner skinny. Let's do this. No. Yes, we're going to have to do it this way. We're going to do this way. We're going to do this. Crooked. Oh my god, that's way too crooked to handle. All right, we're going to just stick her down. Okay, we're going to do that. Ugh. And then we're going to do this with a little gap for folding properly. I'm going to stick this down. The matte ones aren't as thick, thankfully, as like the old ones used to be glossy. And then we're going to stick, oh, that's not going to be sticky then. I should have did the opposite way. Let's just grab a glue roller because that's where we're at. Where's my glue roller? Let's do this. I guess I can get it up a little higher because I'm just going to put a sticker on it anyways. So, because if I really didn't want it in the aisle here. Ugh. How do I remove that? Like tweezers? Let's just stick that down. Let's see. Oh, I'm making it worse. Let's do a little undo maybe. Let's do that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the money right there. Honestly, I think we're just gonna leave it. Maybe I can cover it up with like a character sticker. It doesn't look as bad for y'all, but to me it looks a little rough and tough. All right, and then this is gonna get folded over, and then we're gonna put another overlay on top. Again, a little crooked, but could be worse. Cute. So it'll be like do 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 all the way down. And we're gonna grab a glitter header. I feel like it's a little taller than the rest, but that's okay. It's because we have so many like boxes, I think. All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do, so I have this, which is also gonna be a box, the Bennett box, and then the final. I used 3 full sheets of these. Couldn't have been any more perfect. So let's do these things, the date header, date numbers. So first is the 10th, which was Bennett's 5th birthday. Then we have the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. Cute. Let's put those up top. I'm gonna make that box then. Oh my god, I love this already. I'm so excited. Actually, this would be kind of cute. Oh no, it's not gonna fit in the corner. I was like, it'd be cute up there with the, actually, I don't think that the month that I pulled out is going to fit there. So I might have to rethink that. I do have sparkly hollow ones from the shop, so I think that it'll be fine with me though. It's a lot of extenders, y'all. The space is gonna, or the day by day is gonna be intense. I feel like this was already intense. We're at 45 minutes and we're just putting on the base still. An intense base. What day am I putting this up? I feel like it's a day that I was like, oh, I need to make sure I let them know something, because Black Friday is coming. So let me see what day I was planning on putting this up. This is the magical 50th. What is the date? The 21st. Oh, well, if I put this up on the day planned, 45 minutes in, there is no new releases this week because it is Black Friday week. So stay tuned. Well, there's going to be new releases. There's going to be I think it's like a 300 piece foil grab bag it's limited and it's going to come in a box. So I'll probably show that on like Instagram or something. So that's the only thing I release. And then we have Cyber Monday. We'll have a sale for Black Friday starting Wednesday. And then Cyber Monday mystery will go up on Monday. It's kind of the usual, the usual. So let's figure out like what the other plans are here. So October is not going to fit. It might like clear it slightly, but it's not going to fit. So we're going to have to grab something else out, but I don't really know like what the plan is right here. Let us see. So I brought out this like Mickey Mouse, but I'm like, this is Mickey and Minnie, so I don't know if I want to just do like Mickey Mouse here. Maybe I'll do it like on here because it has like the autograph book. I think that could be cute. So let's just like stick it on and call it a day. This is from the signatures. I don't know if it's a 7 or a 1. Could be either. Check both in hollow. I also have these fireworks, which are cute. Maybe I'll put that here actually. But I don't think I'm going to use a ton of these just because I think I'm all fireworked out from the... Actually, that would have been cute here too. Do I have anything? Actually, this would have been cuter on that one, but maybe I'll do the firework down here. And then maybe on the opposite sides, I'll cut out little corners of the mixed metal and put them on there. And then the rest of these are kind of larger, but also this could be cute. I don't know if I want them to go like down though, but this also kind of gives me downward vibes, but I don't know. Maybe I'll cut out these fireworks. Yeah, let's do that. I'm like, I'm not going to use a lot of the fireworks. Cuts them all up and uses all of them. So let's do these here. That's cute, I think, right? The rest of these are kind of bigger. But I also feel like could be kind of cute. I feel like this one could be cute on the ball because it's like rounded. We're going to put fireworks everywhere, I guess. And then I think I'm going to put the other overlays like kind of mixed in to like bring it all together. Like I think this could be cute, right? Yeah, let's go for it. Kind of like that. And then I have these ones. I don't know. I think I might hold. On those. Though this could be kind of cute. And then I also have the Bennett box I'm looking on, so. Let's do it kind of like this and see what happens. I don't know. Kind of liking the idea of it being like that. So I'm going to cut it. This. Okay. Cute. And then maybe the home here. It's from Simply Watercolor Co. I don't think she sells this in shop, but maybe. And then I have this bat I really wanted to use, but I just feel like anywhere, unless I put it like kind of in the corner, but I feel like that's still covering quite a bit. I guess I'm not going to use that one, but it's okay. I'm sure that I can use it in the future. And then I have the Happy Birthday Bennett. It's not his birthday over there, though. It's over here. Yeah, I could probably still put it on his box and like put it kind of more towards the bottom or towards the top and then kind of have us like this because it's the back of the head anyway. So I think I'm going to wait on those. We're waiting on these. We're waiting on these. We're waiting on these. And then as far as overlay goes, I have some things that we could use possibly. So I have these underlays. Again, I'm just going to save those because you never know when you need them or you need extras. You know what I mean? Just always save them. Then I'm going to grab 2 of the headers from here to put on the sidebar. And then I don't think I'm going to use any of this deco. Because, or maybe I will actually, so we'll just save that. Because I was like, I'll probably use Mickey heads, but also I feel like sometimes we just need to use more of these little cuties. So we're going to stick that in there. I also have this, which I wanted to put somewhere. Like I said, I think it would look cute now that it has all my DNA on it in the corner there. So I'm going to cut this a little bit tighter. If anybody needs my DNA, this is probably where it's at. Or I guess like the millions of pieces of hair on the floor that come off my head. Put that in there. Okay, so that has a place. Literally have so much like sticker scraps. Going on 50 minutes and we're still on the base. So I think I do want to use the header overlays, but let's work on the other boxes first. I want to use this like, I don't know, box here. And then I do have like the double that I'm going to use on the double box. This is going to be I think this is probably going to be like one of the prettiest spreads ever for me. I think it's going to be. I think it just has like the makings for it. Like there's no way that it wasn't going to be super cute. And then this here, even though it's going to be kind of like clashy with the fireworks, I think that's really cute. Then here I might honestly do the other, or no. I don't want that one. I think I might do, no, because either way I cut this, it's going to be like over the fireworks. So maybe not. No, I think for this one, I'm going to do the opposing corners just on top in the sparkles. I think that's cute. And then for this one, I might actually do the other stroke because then we have the stroke here. We have a stroke here. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the corner because there's less going on in the corner down here. So I think that makes sense. And then I still could put something here, but let's see what we have over here first. So I have the four corners one, which I think I'm going to put here because I think that just kind of looks really pretty. And then this one opposes these two, so I'm going to just stick that on there. And then I've used all the full boxes on this page, so let's see what I have. So I'm going to have the Bennett box still. And then everything else has something on it. So I think I'm okay with these two just having what's on them, I think. And then I think I want to put something on this one. Maybe since there's stuff on this side, I'll do this one. And then I'll just have the Bennett box to put an overlay on. Or do I also want to put one? I'm fine with like using up all the full boxes. I think I want to do, that'd actually kind of be cute on that one. Then we have, but I think I'm just going to do, I think because this one's over here, it would be cute to do two on the side. So let's just cut up this one. Yeah, I think that actually looks really cute. Like it's not symmetrical, but I think because the fireworks on the other side, this actually looks really, really cute together. I love that. Love, love, love it. And then I think I'm going to use the other four corners one for the Bennett box along with the Happy Birthday Bennett. I think that could be really cute. And even if I just omit one of the corners and then kind of place this really tight in the corner, I think that could be cute. Or like I said, on the top, I'll just kind of like look at it when I'm formatting the box. I have the other bougie for here. And then I have more fireworks that I don't think I'm going to be using just because I'm going to have so much already going on. And then we just have to get into the glitter header overlays. And then I'm just going to be waiting on that box to start the rest of this spread. And again, I hope I have enough little things. But a lot of the days, because I did so many extenders, I do have 4 instead of 5. So whenever I use 5 items per day, I have to use little things. There's really no other way to do it. But if I'm doing 4, I could do, there's a couple other kind of combos I could do. The most like commonly used for me, if there's 4 items in a day, is 3 little things in a fancy label. And I also would really like to try and anytime that I can use or like create, I could even like make them like do some not zombie cutting, Frankenstein cutting to make some boxes that are a little bit shorter in width to be able to see the underlays. I'm gonna be honest with you, whenever I made those boxes, I didn't even think about underlays. I don't think that bougie boxes, because like I was mostly using bougie boxes then, so I wasn't like sitting there thinking like, oh, I need to make these like weird size boxes to accommodate underlays. I was mostly like, I have this really awkward random space and I feel like it's a usable concept, and I feel like those are some of people's favorites now, and they're also some of my favorites, so glad we had that extra space the one time. So that page is done, and then let me grab the rest of the headers from here. This is so pretty. If you have not picked up this kit, pick it up. I don't know if I'll ever reformat it because it kind of doesn't make sense because of all of the 50th stuff and like it being the 50th colors, but also maybe I could. There's like 50s in there, but I mean, because like there's like a 50th patch on this girl's jacket. Yeah. They're wearing like their 50th gear. 50th is on the castle. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever reformat it. I don't know if it'll make sense. So it might just be in the archives or just sit in the current state on the website in case anybody wants to pick her up. I feel like you could use it other times if you're not like too pressed on the 50th stuff. Is everything? Yes. Oh my gosh, this is really cute. And I gotta put the Bennett box here. So now with that, I have a couple of stuff extras. I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do up in the corner. So I think I'm gonna just do a deco bit. I thought I have all these little like Mickey heads too. Those are cute. I need to do something like that more often because they are quite adorable and they're not hard to do. Just like finding a shape that matches with the kit. I don't know like what I'd want to put in the corner because I feel like all of this art is like pretty represented. That's why I don't do the deco on the top, is because I just like to have all the art once through the spread. But that's just me being weird. Let me see. I could use one of these, like just like a hollow Mickey, and then do the sparkly hollow. Or I could do like a black October. Let's do that. And then let me grab down my big binder. And my camera's beeping at me. Not beeping, but like letting me know, hey, it's time for me to take a break. And then I think I'm going to do, should I do sparkly hollow or black? I feel like black would pop more. I feel like sparkly hollow. Yeah, I think because I don't have a black one. I feel like I used all the black ones in October. Do I not? Let me see. October. No, I do. I feel like the sparkly hollow might just get a little lost. It is really pretty though, but I feel like if I would have did a deco piece, I would have did sparkly hollow or hollow. But I think because I did a hollow bit, I think we need to offset it with a black October. And I'm going to put it next to it, not even going to layer it because I want to be able to see that. And I think that looks really, really pretty and simple. And then once I have like all of the black scripts and stuff in here and hollow scripts, I think it's going to really pop. I think it's going to be really pretty. I like that. I like where we're going with this. I think it's super, super cute. I like that. Okay, so until I have my other boxes, I will return. Okay, so it's been like actually a really long time since I have filmed this. But yeah, so basically I just put this sticker sheet here and close it up so that all these flaps would kind of close. And then I had Kirsten print and cut me this full box here with like the kiddo and mom, presumably. Doesn't have to be, but it can be. So for this, we're just going to go ahead and stick this on here. And then stick this way, which works. I'm kind of nervous I'm not going to have enough little things for the literal, what is that? I used 3 sheets of these, so 8 times 3 is 24 boxes. But, you know, we're going to try our best. And I do have this, which has some extra little things on it. It is the old format. I don't know if the new format has more little things or not. I could also use like these as little things. I could use these as little things. And I also could, I do have multicolor. And then also, since I started doing this, Hannah brought me these, which are the big little things, and box overlay. So I might be throwing these in as well. I think we'll see like what the plan is. But I also wanted to put in this. Did I want to do a box on this? What do I have going on here? Maybe I'm going to do this one and then do the Happy Birthday Bennett in the sky. I didn't really think about this too hard. I know I'm going to put it in there. I think I'm just going to put it down and then just trim the edges. I'm going to try and put it, oh, that actually is kind of perfect. I'm just going to place it like that and then just trim the outside. But look how like perfect that is. It's like right in the crook right there. Super cute. So we're just going to go ahead and trim this with my scissors. Yeah, but I'm very nervous about this spread because I want it to be perfect. I feel like it has the possibility to be like one of my greatest spreads of all time. But also, for a second I was like, did I put the wrong kid's birthday? Because that would be a move I'd make. And then I think for this, I'm going to cut off this corner. Just because I feel like there's already enough foil over there. And then cut off this corner. And then just put this down over top of it. Yeah, that is the move, I think. That looks really cute, I think. So, perfect, perfect, perfect. And again, this is Bennett's 5th birthday spread. So, yeah. And I think what I want to do here is So, let's go ahead and figure this out. Y'all ever feel like you're just kind of like, where do I start? I don't even know. Okay. So on the 10th, it was Bennett's 5th birthday, which I have the Bennett's 5th birthday sticker here. Now, I don't know, maybe, since it already says happy birthday, should I put Bennett's 5th birthday in here? Because I have, like, at Disney and then Bennett's 5th birthday. But did I mark one? I think I had. Okay, let's try and figure my life out. Maybe I'll do Bennett's 5th birthday on the side so that I have more room over here. Maybe? What do you think? I don't know. Or should I put it here and do it with, like, I think I'm going to do that. Let's do it with one of these boxes, right? Or I want to do 3 things underneath it, and that's not going to fit. So I could do it with one of the rounded boxes, which is probably my preference anyways. Let's do that. Right on the top. And then that's crooked, but I don't want to lift it up. For it being his birthday, I have these icons. Like I said, I have these icons, and then I also have these. So I think I'm going to use, I also have like the ones in the Bennett category I could pull one out of. I feel like some of my tabs are getting a little more rusty. Bennett. Yeah, maybe I'll use one of these of like this little, like, it's from Teddy, where's my tweezers? Are there? Teddy Plansco, I believe. And just do like a little kiddo in the little suit, which is adorable. I feel like Bennett would be like super into wearing a suit. Or not a suit, but a bow tie. Okay, I like that. We'll figure out what we're going to put on the sidebar later because that's just too much work for me. Then we were at Animal Kingdom in the morning. So let me try and figure out exactly what the situation is, because I feel like I don't really know what I did with all the scripts. This is going to be a struggle bus. I just want to let you know. So I think for here, I think 3 is only going to fit in. And we're trying to use all different colors. So maybe I should pull in one of the like fun colors. So 1, 2, 3. So let's do this. And then maybe like the light blue, because there's not much light blue around there. I think I should just grab out the little things page and hope for the best. We'll do the light blue in the pattern to split that up. And then, yeah, I think the only thing I can fit above it is a little thing. So let's do the dark blue. Okay, that's perfect. So for little things, as far as those icons go, I do have both the mini icons in Hollow as well as these like little deco bits, which I feel like you could totally use just as like filler for icons, like, or I could even use these like little dots as icons for the little things. I don't really love putting like full-blown icons on little things, like, or like doodles, I guess I should say. So first things first is and I also brought out these, which are like, these are the bucket lists in Hollow. Those are like a little bit bigger, and then these are all meant to fit on little things, and I have them for each of the parks has a bucket list, and then there is also like a list of the parks, and then also the like fun stuff, like things, you know. But yeah, and I brought them all out in Sparkly Hollow, but if I run out, I'm just going to go and grab them in Hollow, though I feel like Hollow is sometimes easier to read, but we are just going with it. But these are nice because I feel like whenever you're doing Disney, and I probably won't ever do these in the new font because I just feel like this font is like perfect for the situation. I feel like if I did them in the new font, they just wouldn't be as perfect, if that makes any sense. So we're going to do Animal Kingdom, and they are sized, all the ones besides the ones on the side are sized perfectly that you can just like place them down on the corner. And then I'd probably just like later on, I'll just like go through and just rub them all, because the darker colors, you can kind of see the little bubbles. So for Animal Kingdom, like I could either go in here and grab a little mini icon, or I could just do like, I wonder actually if, yeah, I'll probably just do like one of these little ones, because I don't really know like what else I would do. Well, actually we did have like breakfast. Maybe I'll do like the little sandwich we did get whenever we got there. We got sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. We always get those in the morning whenever we go to Animal Kingdom because they are so good and very filling. And then we did get pictures with Mickey and Minnie this morning. That was on Brie and Bruce's like wish list, was to get Minnie and Mickey pictures, and it's very easy to get them in Animal Kingdom. And I also think their safari outfits are very cute. So for this one, do I have like a camera or something? I did use a lot of these up already, so we're just going to go with what we have in here. Maybe I'll do the little ears for those. I think also it's nice having like a little bit of foil next to the black. And then we also did take pictures next to the Tree of Life, which I don't know if I did a sticker for, which is a little silly to not do as, I guess, I don't think there's even like a Tree of Life sticker. Okay, there's a Tree of Life sticker. Let's just do that. Could also pull out the black icons, because I feel like next to some of these, like I could do a black icon. So let's grab that. Black or white actually would be cute. So I have my little stack. So I think for this, I'm going to actually pull out a little camera, because I think that kind of makes sense. We have so much stuff going for this, but that is okay. Like, I think that looks really, really cute. I'm very, very happy with the way that that box turned out. I'm getting excited. So then we did go on, I guess we don't really have to keep track of anything real much. We did go on Kilimanjaro safaris, which I've actually never been on because I feel like I'm always like pregnant. So that was fun to go on. That was the one thing, again, besides the Mickey and Minnie that Brie and Bruce really wanted to do because Denver likes animals, and it was really fun. So I think for this, I am just going to use like the little car. Not exactly the vehicle of choice, but I think that kind of makes sense. And then we had lunch at, did I put it on here? I feel like I'm not, oh, there it is. The like Avatar, I don't even know how to pronounce this, so we're not even going to try. But the Avatar place, the Avatar place to eat. I don't remember what it's called. But I had like a bowl, and the boys had like the hot dogs. And Nick, I think, also had a bowl, and Lila ate a little bit from everybody's. So we're going to put that in there. And I think next to it, I'm going to use a Sparkly Hollow. Did I never order? I don't remember if I did or not. Order the fork and knife full sheets in these. Somebody remind me that I need to do that if I didn't already. The fork and knife in the movie or the TV icons. So those, and then this day, Lila also said Dada, which is a very, very exciting. Nick has been waiting for forever. And also I'm like, I don't know what I want to, like, which things I want to do with this. So we're going to just keep an eye on it. Like, anything that seems, like, exciting, I think we'll do that with. But, like, then I also have these, so I'm like, I don't know. We will see. So this one's going to be for Lila saying Dada, which is very exciting. So for that, I think I'm going to grab a, maybe just like a little balloon from here. So there's that. She's been saying mama for a while. So we're just gonna, there's a little Dada. So cute. And then I took a nap with Theo. This was like a half day park for sure. We only had like a couple of things that we wanted to do, and we didn't want to like overdo it. But if there is room on these, I am for sure going to try and use something bigger just so that I am making sure to maximize the little thing action that I can do. So it was a long day though. So if we're taking a nap with Theo, I think I'm just going to again grab something from here. Maybe I'll do the, or maybe I'll actually just do one of the big ones of these, because I'm probably with nap with Theo. I don't think I did. I am already lost my script. Oh, there they are. I'll just use a with Theo script because I don't think I have a nap with Theo because it's been about 100 years since me and Theo napped together. He's a pretty independent sleeper. He actually, I don't remember if I talked about it, but he moved into his own bed now, which is like, he's been in a crib, but he got moved into his own bed, and it was like the smoothest transition so far with like any kid to any like just different situation. It was just so easy. Like we were so proud of him. Was that last week? Or no, that's, well, like last week in real life. But yeah, I think this is turning out so cute. Like everything's just fitting perfectly, and I'm so excited. I don't think I've used, well, I guess I did use some of these since like they've come out, but this one I'm using a lot of them. So nap with Theo, and then it was Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Is there a script for that? I feel like there is. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh yeah, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. This is the time I wish I had like washi still. Maybe I should use like a glitter. I don't think that would look horrible, but also not like my favorite thing in the world. But also these could be cute. Like one of these, and just put it on here. Like maybe like this light purple, and then just stick it on. Yeah, I think that's kind of cute. So we went to a Halloween party whenever Bennett was really little, but Bennett was not like really like, he couldn't hang back then. So I'm actually going to put this up as high as possible. So now that Bennett's 5, he can hang. So we have that in there. It's a little hard to read, but in the hall, it's like better in gold, I think. Then we went on Peter Pan. So I think I'm going to use just and I'm going to try and like use up the little things evenly so I have like the best shot. So I'm going to stick this one here because I'm going to try and fit 3 more things in here. Is it going to work? I don't really know, but we are going to find out. And then we're going to squish this one towards the bottom and then attempt to put one in the middle. I'm not sure, but it may, yes, just barely work with squishing this one basically all the way up to the top. There's the like amount is above it, so that's fine. So we did go on Peter Pan. So I'm just gonna grab, I wish I was better organized because this is a little rough. Let's do the like little magic band tapper. And then for Peter Pan, I'm just gonna pull out the I didn't do Magic Kingdom because there was no room like in this situation. So let's do, also if you could hear Lila, she's just living her best life. And she's actually really mad right now. Why? I don't even know. Where is Peter Pan? Is it not called Peter Pan? I feel like it's like kind of hard, but also like, is it not on here? I am so confused. What is it called? Peter Pan. Is it not on here? Peter Pan. Peter Pan. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay, we'll hold on that and I'll come back to it. Like, why would it not be on here? And then all 3 mountains. Oh, I wanted to use one of these. I might make it like not in order and then kind of move things around. So there's like the conquer all 3 mountains, which we've never done before in one night. So I was pretty excited about that. So I think I'm just going to put this like here. I'm like so confused about the Peter Pan one. What is the Peter Pan one called? I'm going to have to look it up on the thing. Because now I'm like, is it not on there? Did I leave it off? I feel like somebody would have mentioned that to me by now. So we're going to do Conquer the 3 Mountains. There's Peter Pan. We had Anti-Gravities. Do I have that on here? I am like literally nuts. Anti-Gravities, what do we have? Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. I'm so confused. I think I accidentally put Storybook Treats. I'm going to just leave that one because I'm also kind of confused at what I did. But that one we had ice cream. So for that, I do have like little treat type things in here. And this is an ice cream bowl. So we're just going to put it there so we remember what we're doing. Because honestly, like I'm just losing my mind. And then we went on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. So for that, I'm just going to do one of the little backpacks. And I know that I saw that one on there, right? Space Ranger Spin. Why can't I find the... I feel like I'm going insane. Winnie the Pooh, Ball of Presents. Is it not on here? How has nobody told me this? Jungle Cruise, Railway, Sunshine Island, blah, 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 blah. Is it called something that I'm not seeing? I feel like out of all the things, I would have left out something else. So now I'm just like very confused. We're just going to continue on with our day. But then we did the laugh floor, which was so weird because we like waited, I feel like forever for it, which I feel like you'd never wait for it. And then we did like the whole little pre-show thing, which is literally my least favorite part about Disney parks is like, I feel like all of the rides now have some kind of like pre-show. I get it's to like help the line, but also I'm just like, ugh. And we waited, and then as we literally all sat down in the little theater thing. I feel like I need to move everything just a smidge. We all sat down in the little theater thing, and then they were like, we're sorry, we're switching over to the Halloween one, so you have to get out, and if you want to do this, you have to wait all over again. And we were like, we are not waiting all over again. I think Laugh Floor is like funny and like entertaining, but not worth re-waiting. So we just gave up on that. But I feel like because we waited so long that it was worth placing in. So let me get these down before I'll lose my mind because I'm still sitting here very confused about what I did. So I have Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Okay. It's a Small World we went on. Which Bran Bruce, don't know if they've ever been on it, but they were like, we don't want to go on it. It's creepy and weird. And I'm like, no, the kids love it. And their daughter did love it. So I was like, told you so. And then Carousel, which is the Prince Charming Carousel. I'm still so confused about the Pinocchio, or not Pinocchio. What am I talking about even? Pirate. I mean, oh my gosh. The, what's it called? The Peter Pan. But also I barely ever go on it. So, like, I'm not surprised. I guess I didn't notice. So for the laugh floor, I'm going to use some of these black icons. I'm going to do a star. It's a small world. I'm going to do the bow. And then for the carousel, I am going to do the little castle. I'm still really shook about the Pinocchio, or not Pinocchio. Why am I keep saying Pinocchio? There's no Pinocchio ride. The Peter Pan ride. And is it on here? Because I'm going to lose my mind. I'm just shook that, like, no one's mentioned it. I don't know. I guess not. But I feel like if I would have noticed, I wouldn't have put, like, the Liberty Square riverboat or something on there. Or the railroad. But now I'm, like, so confused. So confused. Anyways, I guess we'll move on. The next one is we did do some trick-or-treating and got lots and lots of candy. So for that, I am going to use a little thing. I mean, everything's going smoothly so far. I'll just have to print out a Peter Pan, which Bennett actually really liked it. I feel like we always skip Peter Pan because we're like, it's so boring. The line is so long. But Bennett really liked it, so I feel like I would go on it again. So let's do trick-or-treating, and then I put the little map icon in there. Afterwards, we did get dinner at Cinderella's royal table. So for that, I'm going to use I'm kind of like, I guess I already used one of these green ones. Yeah, it like blends. Let's do another one. Let's go crazy. I think, right? How many? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I won't because I could do like one on every day. So let's grab the dark purple in here for Cinderella's royal table. I'm gonna just grab the firework, which Bennett loves eating at Cinderella's royal table. So that's why we did this, because it was his birthday. And then we went on Pirates and Jungle Cruise, which is always a good time. Oh, I had these I could have been using for those. There is the washi on this one. I feel like I'm losing my mind. So let's do this. And then I actually might have enough room. Or maybe, do I want to use a larger one just because I have the room? Or just continue with the little things? Or I could use like the strip. Yeah, I have more room, so I might as well use a bigger item. So, like I said, we did Pirates and Jungle Cruise. So we have Pirates of the Caribbean, and then the Jungle Cruise, which actually is smaller. So let's do that. I think I'm going to do maybe I'll do the map again, because I feel like the map kind of makes sense for Jungle Cruise. And then for Pirates, I'm just going to do, let's see, I think the little pumpkin. Then if we move down to the bottom, the last box for the day, which I feel like we're 25 minutes and we're just on day one, but the rest of the days, like, they're not going to go fast necessarily, but there might be a little bit faster than this. So we did go on Aladdin, the, what are they called? The magic carpets of Aladdin. We did Haunted Mansion by Nick's request. That was his one thing he wanted to do. So we did that. trying to find all these stickers. I guess I could have put them in alphabetical order. That would have been like made the most sense. So Haunted Mansion. And then we did watch the parade. So I think for that I'm going to use... Is there a parade on here? I don't know. Let's see. Watch fireworks, watch a parade. Let's do that. I don't know if I have any like just like me and... Let's do this one. Let's see what I have as far as like a 2 parents and a kiddo. Because I already used the fireworks sticker. So let's see what I have in the Bennett category. Because maybe I have like 2 parents and a kiddo stickers. Not really. Let's look at snow, heart. I don't know where I would put them. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll just use the little, like, blonde-haired boy, because I think that's cute, the little scribbler. Down here. And then we'll do watch a parade. Which we didn't know if Bennett would be really interested in that either, but he thought it was cute. He did say at the end, he's like, can we go now? So I don't think it was, like, his favorite thing in the world, but he did, like it enough. And I think I'm going to use another washi strip because, again, I want to savor my little things. And I am going to stick this on the bottom. And this is to put in that we were all super tired. This was, like, the latest we stayed up ever, basically. So for that, I'm going to do the little, like, castle that's, like, really dark because it looks like it's nighttime. And then I'm going to do probably like a Tired AF I do on here. This is the script sampler in the Sparkly Hollow for that. So that is day 1 complete. Still pretty sure that I don't have what's it called? I don't have the Peter Pan one on here, which is just crazy. And also just wild that I feel like no one's mentioned it because I feel like that's... But also maybe just people don't like it as much as I just am like okay about it. So who knows? Then on Tuesday, this was like a rest day. And I woke up early in the morning and I'm not good at rest days actually. So... Well, let's start in the middle of the day. So this is there one that says eat around the world? Because I'm pretty sure that is a situation. Dreaming of Disney Magical Express. Drink around the world. Oh, we don't eat around the world. I mean, I guess I'm just going to use that because I never drink around the world. But I mean, I got some drinks. Like, I just don't drink like alcohol, so it's not a thing for me. So I think... We're just going to stick this on a piece of washi and sticker down. So let's put drink around the world. So this day was a rest day, like I said. And Nick and I, because we brought our in-laws with, they were so kind to watch the kiddos for some evenings so that Nick and I could do our own like Disney shenanigans. Which I was very grateful for. And I just feel like sometimes, what is the combo for this? I could do like a fancy label. I just feel like obviously Nick and I haven't done a lot. I feel like we like sometimes go to dinners and stuff, but I feel like as far as experiences go, we haven't done a lot since having kids, especially because it was like COVID. So I was really excited that my in-laws were coming and they would watch the kids if we wanted to go do something, which is just, a dream. So we were able to do, I think we did the Sunday, we did Magic Kingdom. This night we did Epcot. We did Epcot, I think, another night, and then, we did Hollywood Studios one night with Bennett. And then we did Hollywood Studios one night with Bennett. And another night we did Epcot. And then the one morning we did with just Theo. So I feel like we got to do a lot and like give the kids some one-on-one time, which I feel like is also hard with 3 of them. So it was like just overall a really good trip. So like I said, in the morning, it was a rest day, but I'm not good at rest days. So this day, I was up in the morning and I'm like, I'm hungry. There's really not a lot. We stayed at an Airbnb. There wasn't like really a lot, but that's like gas stations and like chains to eat at. So I was like, I wonder if there's any like reservations for anything like on property that we can just like go to. So I saw something in 2 hours for Boma. I think it's called our Boma. Somebody let me know. At Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I wanted to go to anyways. And it's like just a buffet. So we went and did that. And then before we left, we just played at the playground there. I don't think I have a playground sticker either. I feel like I just kind of, wasn't thinking fully on my choices for this. Also, first of all, I guess, I found the park, which I guess kind of works. I got my Christmas pictures back today, and I feel like the more kids I have, which I'm done, the harder it is to get them to all like cooperate. So they're like every kid, there's less and less pictures like that are like usable. So we got one good one. So I was excited for our Christmas card. I was able to order that, but like it's Monday and she literally just shot the pictures on Saturday. So I was very pumped about that. But we got some really cute ones. Like we got one good family. It's just so many like heads to get like one way and smiling all at the same time. We got a lot of like other shots of like Nick and the kids, me and Nick, like me and some of the kids. Some of them just were mid-sneeze basically. So we did the playground at Animal Kingdom, and then I went back to Epcot with Nick. I wish I had I have so many like Disney stickers, but I feel like whenever I go to Disney, I really need little things, so I never end up like pulling out these stickers. But I have like, I could be using like, I could have used this sticker. There's just so many. Where's like, I don't know. Do I need to use, I guess I could use one of these. I know I also from like, I have other ones from other shops. Like this one would be really cute. I think the colors work really well. So maybe I'll use this from Creativity and Ink. I wish she would come out and I would buy them. If you're watching, I'd buy like these doodles in mini versions. Like I feel like they would definitely lose a little bit of the detail, obviously, but I'm willing for that. I would know what they're for, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to do a with Nick next to this. But yeah, I would be down for that. If they want to come out with it, I'd be here for it. So I think I'm going to do, actually I'm going to do the with hubs. This is from Hannah. It's like the newest font, like the newer permanent font with hubs, because that is so cute. So I put drink around the world. Like I said, I don't drink. Nick does drink, but not like around me. He doesn't really, because I don't. So it's kind of pointless, but yeah, so this night we didn't stay long. We mostly just wanted to like eat a little and such. So I'm going to do this here. We did do, let me find the Epcot one. We did do Mission Space, which we've never done before, but like, God, that was so boring. Where is she on this page? Mission Space. Is that what it's called? Oh, it's over here. I'm really still shook about the Peter Pan one, Mission Space. I'm gonna use just like whatever sticker for that. Actually, I'm gonna just use like a little Mickey head, because I keep forgetting I can use these. We're gonna use these too, because I think they're cute just to have, scattered throughout, just like a little teeny Mickey head. Like I said, I feel like you could use these ones. They're like a little bit big, but I think it would still be like a cute fit. We did go on Soarin', which I feel like is probably my favorite Epcot ride, I think. I mean, I like Frozen too, but I do quite like Soarin'. So where is Soarin' Around the World? So we did that. And then afterwards, for Soarin', I think I'll do Little Heart because it's my favorite ride. And then afterwards, we went to Target on the way home. We needed to pick up some things. I'm going to use a fancy label for that. And then underneath, I'm going to use another piece of washi because, again, I'm trying to savor my little things. Knowing me, though, I'm going to savor all these little things, and then I'm going to end up with, like, a bunch of little things left over, and just have been struggling the whole time. I guess I need to move everything up a little bit. I finished a book the night before last, and I started and finished a book yesterday, and then I finished an audiobook today. I feel like I'm on a roll with reading, in case you're wondering. So for Target, I think I'm just gonna do, I haven't really been pulling in any of the actual Halloween stickers because I feel like, I don't know, I'm just using these ones up. So for Target, let's do the little backpack. And then for Target, I think I'm actually just gonna pull out from the Sparkly Hollow section, the Target, we're gonna do Target Run. From the Target sheet in Sparkly Hollow, which all of these sheets in the new font have been released in their right foil colors. And then I also did sleep with Theo. Well, I think starting the night before I started sleeping with Theo, just because it was like the easiest move was for me to sleep with him while we were on this trip. He just wasn't having it in any other option. I think it was because like new place and stuff, but it was fine because he's pretty easy. He goes to bed fairly quickly for me at least. So I'm just going to put in a with Theo next to that. I don't know what that means. I was very, very tired all of these nights. So with Theo. Okay, and then if we move up here, another long day. Run out of space. So Wednesday was the like family Epcot day. So let me grab a little thing. Let's do this one since I have the most of this color. So we're just gonna do this one up here. We got there for rope drop, which we've never really rope drop in Epcot. I don't really remember what we rope dropped. I think we rope dropped Starbucks actually. So Epcot, we have on one of the little things. There's also the like park scripts and the bucket list. Those are available in the old. Let me move my mic because it's kind of in a place where I'm probably gonna hit it. So we have Epcot, but we have the park and the bucket list in the old font too. So there's like a larger font if you want Epcot and a bigger one. Then we went on the Frozen ride. See, like, look at where we're already halfway through the little things. And we're on Wednesday, which is a little nerve-wracking. But I also have these two, like I said. There is these on the label sampler that I can use. So it's kind of like a couple extra. And then I could also use these teeny strips if I needed to. And then I said, like, I cut up some other stuff too. I'm going to use some of these too to space it out just like as we go through here now. So, let's put this one in for going on the, what is it called? Frozen Ever After or something? Frozen Ever After. Which, like I said, is one of my favorite rides. I do really like, though. Like, I remember in my spreads having the, little, what are they called? The little, like the doodles, and they're just so cute. It's just like so much cutting and like things hanging over the top, and I don't know. I do think it looks really cute though, but I also think like this looks very clean. Like when it's all done, I think both ways have like their pros and cons. So let's put in another, actually let's do, let's do this one. Oh, Theo didn't come with us this day. He needed like a break day. Actually, I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to do a, what is this? Nemo, and then hang out with Violet and Figment. I think I might space these out a little differently. So let's do, I'm just going to try and use up some of these ones while we're here. So this one is for Nemo. So Lila was sleeping. So, I mean, I've been on the Nemo ride a bazillion times. So I was like, I'll stay with Lila and y'all can do the Nemo ride. And that is the Seas with Nemo and Friends, which is a cute ride. There's really never, I feel like, a line. So that's always a pro with that one. So let's just grab another little one here. Then, like I said, we did the Figment ride. So I'm just going to do, I think I might just do like all of these just to kind of use up what I want with this sheet. Might just also then put in going on Spaceship Earth, which is funny because apparently this was one of, oh no. Weird number. Oh. Okay. It works out. So Figment, sorry, I feel like the spreads where I am Space Earth, where I'm like super concentrating. I'm like, it's either I'm gonna be super concentrating or I'm gonna mess up a million times. And then also I just feel like me talking is just never I don't know. I just feel like I'm always all over the place with these spreads where there's like so much going on and it's not my normal. And then like maybe I should just speed them up. But then I'm like, but like I feel like we're here for the stories. So I don't know. Let's do the donut. I'm just like putting in any of these little icons for you at this point. And let's do like one of the little Mickey heads just to start sprinkling these through as like options. I think that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. And I feel like the Sparkly Hollow actually looks really nice on these colors. Like you can see it and I feel like it like pops. Even like these lighter colors, I feel like there's enough, you know, room. So Spaceship Earth, and then we did some pictures which were really fun. So let's do, I'm gonna do that actually in a bigger one because these are, I think Lila's first like solo pictures with characters, which I thought was really cute. And there is take pictures with characters on the script sheet. I feel like I'm like totally neglecting these. Actually, these would be cute to put like on these ones. Let me try one out just for funsies. And I think these are like the same height as like a little thing. So I just got a text message from the person who does my hair, and they're out with the flu, which totally stinks because I would hate to have the flu. My hair is fine. She will last another week or so. Hopefully before I go on cruise, though, because that would be a little nuts. My hair would be pretty grown out, but that stinks. I hate being sick. This is cute! Okay, oops. I just tore off a bunch of the big little things. Do I have something I can... Not really. There's so many stickers on this. Whenever Hannah gave me this, I was like... Girl, that's like kind of annoying. Okay. I was like, girl, there's like 100,000 stickers on here. She's like, I know. I probably would have did the middle cut, but let's put that in there. That's cute. It kind of makes those, like the old ones, like into little things. I like that. So, take pictures with characters. Visit favorite character. I don't think there's no pictures with characters, is there? Pictures with characters? Visit favorite characters. No photos with characters. Maybe I used it already from these sheets. Did I do... Oh, yeah. I have a script here. So we're just going to use this. So we have Joy and Vanellope, which is who Lila took pictures of. We didn't go on Journey into the Imagination Figment. But we waited for them on the outside because Lila was still sleeping, and Lila got her first, like I said, solo character pictures, which are really cute. So I think I'm going to use... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to use because I feel like I want it to be, like, really cute, but I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just do, like, the little crown. I feel like that would actually match color-wise for Lila because I love using these to mark Lila stuff. And then I just have this Joy and Vanellope little script. I don't know if I spelled Vanellope right. We'll hope for the best. Then we went on, and then, so like I said, Theo didn't come this day, but we got him something, like, not that we needed to get him something, but we saw whenever we did Frozen, and I like felt so bad. Like he just needed a break day. And he would have loved going on the Frozen ride, but we're going back in December, so that'll be a priority for him to get on it, even though he's been on it before, but I think he'd enjoy it a lot more now that he's like loves Elsa and Frozen. But he always like he'll put on like Lila has princess dresses in his room, and he always insists on putting them on, and he always like none of them are technically Elsa, but no matter which one he puts on, he always says that he's a princess, he looks like Elsa, he's so beautiful. And I was like, we need to get him an Elsa dress because he is going to love it. I'm actually going to grab an Elsa sticker for this. So we picked him up one by this is not the right binder, by the Frozen ride, like the little shop on the end of it, and he loved it. There was glitter everywhere from it, but it was so worth it. We can even use the Scribbler version. I love these so much. So much. So let's do this. I'm still just confused about the Peter Pan. Let's do this here. And then I don't know if I did a script for this. So I think I'm just going to do a Theo next to it because I don't know what it means. And I don't remember what font this is. It sounds like the newest one, but it's like one of the other ones from Hannah. And I do have a coupon code with Hannah if you want to get some things and save some dollars and get a cute freebie, which I'm going to have to pick my next one. I don't think actually it's till January. So there's that. Then Nick and I went back to Epcot. So I think for that, I am going to do a label. And then I'm going to do like Amy and Nick sticker. It's going to be a long one, y'all. Long video. And then I'm going to do a Epcot script next to it. Sorry if you hear Lila. She's teething, so she's just generally not happy, but also she's just kind of complainy sometimes. So she's upstairs with Nick. We did shopping in Japan while we waited for our table to be ready, and we got Bennett some like Kirby stuff, and he was so excited about it. And we got Theo a little, what is it called? I can't think of what the name is of the little like Yoshi, but it wasn't Yoshi, it was like a different color one. But yeah, we got him one like a little stuffed animal, and they loved it, so we did that. I don't remember what the shop name was, so I just did in Japan, and then I'm gonna do a little sparkly hollow shopping bag. Thought that was cute. And then we ate at Teppan Edo, I think that's how you say it, and it is my favorite place to eat at Epcot. I feel like Nick has like other favorites ahead of it, but I was really just jonesing for it. So we ate there because we were able to get a reservation, and I was so excited about it. Y'all don't even know. And then for that, I think I'm going to use Little Heart because it's my favorite. I think it might be even my favorite restaurant of all. Just saying, it's so good. And then afterwards, we went on Test Track. I think do I have enough room to use just to use this up? I might just trim it a little, question mark. Or should I use like one of the patterned ones? We're gonna use this one. Go for it. So I went on Test Track because I personally had never been on Test Track because again, I feel like I'm always pregnant and you can't do that when you're pregnant. So we were like, we got like a fast pass for it and we were like, well, might as well do it. So for that, I'm gonna just use a little fast passy thing. It was like fun. I don't think I'd be like, unless the kids really wanted to go on it, I probably wouldn't go on it again, but it was worth the time. And then we went on probably my second favorite ride at Disney, and this is saying a lot because I am like just floored. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a sparkly label because I did not expect this to happen. I did not expect to feel the way that I felt about this ride, y'all. We went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and I do not like Marvel. I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy. Could care less about any of it. But that ride as a whole is the best ride. Like, oh, it's just so good. I mean, Space Mountain is always going to hold a very, very important part of my soul, I guess. I don't know. But, oh my gosh, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride was epic, everything. I was just jaw dropped the whole time. It was so fun. I would definitely go on it again multiple times. And I haven't liked any of the rides that much, like, that have come out. But that was so cool. But on the other hand, Nick did not like it. It's not that he didn't like it. He just, like, got sick. He didn't, like, throw up. He just was, like, almost there for, like, hours upon hours. So he said that he would never go on it again. But yeah, yeah, so it's kind of where it gets a little gross and problematic. So Nick got sick, like, well, like, he didn't actually get sick, but he, like, got sick, if that makes sense. And then, it's so gross. I'm like, it's, like, gross. So let's put in Nick got sick first. So I'm just going to do a little... I'm just going to do a little Mickey head for that because poor Nick. But also, I was so hype about it. I was like, I wasn't excited to go on the ride. I didn't really know anything about it. I smudged this, but we get the idea that Nick was sick and I won't ever forget it. But anyways, all right, so I need to go into the bug section. So we had rented a car from Enterprise, I think. Like, and we needed like a big van for everyone to fit in, right? So, we had drove this van around a bunch, and this was the first time that, like, the second time we were driving at night, and whenever we were getting in the van, I had my flashlight on because it was, like, really, really dark, and, there was bugs, and they were, like, German cockroaches, like, infested in the vehicle that we'd all, including my children, baby, everybody, had been sitting in. So that really ruined the vibes for me this day. So yeah, there was that. So then the next day we, like, called, and they, like, got the car and, like, refunded us. And then we had to get another car, but we used Turo, which I feel like Turo we should just did in the first place and got 2 cars because... it was gross and traumatizing, and obviously I've dealt with cockroaches before, like, living in Texas, but these ones were, like, teeny, and there was so many of them. Like, I feel like I've only ever seen, like, one big cockroach at a time, and, like, I feel like the big ones, like, I don't know. I just feel like you're not going to, like, have one crawling on you without you knowing, but these little ones, so gross. And also just that they were, like, probably, like, in Lila's car seat and stuff. Like, thankfully, like, we didn't have that stuff in there at night, but, like, oh gosh. And they were, like, because during the day it was light out so they wouldn't come out, but at night, and we were sitting in the car, and, like, it was so gross. And then I just, like, had issues sleeping, and I was just worried about, like, bringing these home with me and them infesting our house or infesting our garage, infesting our other cars. And it was just a stressful situation. Obviously, it's not something that you can, like, prepare for. So I could not sleep this night. I don't even think I have that. I'm just gonna put, like, a WTF for not being able to sleep. But yeah, honestly, just, like, really, really gross. And I feel like I do have a pretty big tolerance for, like, non-harmful bugs. Like, bugs that I know won't hurt me. But at the same time, like, no. No, not for me. Couldn't sleep. So gross. And it was kind of a pain in the butt to get them to, like, refund us. Like, even just for, like, refunding us for the time that we wouldn't have it. Like, because they brought a, like, tow truck to pick it up. And it was a lot of back and forth. But, you know, it was just a stressful time. Then on Thursday, it was, like, another sort of rest day. It was the day that Bree and Bruce and their daughter were leaving. So this day we decided to go to the pool. The like Airbnb had a pool, which was super fun. So we did that. Well, I just took Bennett because Theo was like, it was like prime nap time for him. So I just took Bennett over to the pool. And then we got the new car, thankfully. And that was literally a dream. And I was thankful that that all kind of worked out. Even though I was then just like stressed out about like infesting like the house and such. But so far, knock on wood, it's been like over a month. There's been no signs of bugs. We also did let it, like, everything air out and stuff in the light so that they all had a chance to escape. So, Thursday, pool with Bennett, and then we got the new car. So I'm just going to do the little pack in the bags. New car. I don't think I did car either. Oh, I did bless. I think that's what that's for. Bless. And then Bree left this day, which was very, very sad. But I'll be seeing Bree. My alarm was going off. I ordered sausage from Amazon. And it was frozen. So I'm like trying to I don't want to leave it out too long. But also it needs to de-thaw. So that's for Bree leaving. That's from Randy.plans. I got like multi-customs of like all my friends' names. And then, what after that? This day was the day that we took Bennett to Hollywood Studios. We were initially just going to go, me and Nick. But Bennett was in great spirits. So we were like, let's all go and have a little fun time. So I'm going to do Hollywood Studios. I don't have like a with Nick and Bennett, but I'll remember. Hollywood Studios, and we did I don't know if actually, is there one? Because it was like a short. No, I have it on a thing. Okay, so let's see what little things I have left. I don't have I'm like running a little low, but I think we might be okay because the end of the week was a little bit more boring. Actually, I should message back about my hair appointment. One second. So, what was I talking about? So we did the Vacation Fun Mickey short because we were kind of killing time in between our first Genie Plus. So for this, I'm just going to do the little like camera because that's kind of part of the short. And then we did the stunt show, which is another thing that we had never done before. We did a lot. I feel like we did a lot of things. And even on like this Sunday, we did a lot of things that we hadn't ever done before, which was very fun. Where is Hollywood Studios? Oh, here. It's a little one. Not much going on there. So for that one, we're going to do Did I not put that on there? I might not have. Because it's like a show. Some of the shows was just dependent on like if there was room or not. So I might have to print out one for that. So let's do just a little. But I have Runaway Railway on there, which is nice because we did do that too. So we have that, and then we did the Muppets 3D. So let me grab Muppets Vision 3D. I think I'm going to cut one of these down a little bit. I actually probably could have kept that the same, but it's all good. So for Muppets 3D Vision, let's do one of these. Let's do the little cotton candy, which was pretty cute. Is anybody else like, so Filler Magic, I feel like it always looks really blurry. Is that everybody or is it just me? Muppets 3D Vision looked pretty spot on perfect. So I'm always like, why don't they fix Filler Magic? So like I said, we watched the stunt show. So I think for that, I'm just going to do one of the Mickey heads. And I need to print out a script for that, which is fine. I ended up just writing down one of the things in here because I just kept forgetting it. And Tom Sawyer. Oh, because I don't have the black. I was like, that's on the sheet. But I made 3D Vision. Honestly, I might just write them in. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. On Thursday, what else? We did Smuggler's Run. So let's see. There's 5 on here. So we need 5 little things. We're going to basically run out of little things. So let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to end with the light purple. So do the dark purple in the middle. And then we'll do light blue. I was not having it. And then we'll do light purple. I feel like overwhelmed. Okay, so we did Smuggler's Run, which I had never done before. But I wanted to do since I hadn't, and it was very boring. Very underwhelmed with Smuggler's Run. So I'm just going to use the little Mickey ears. And then Smuggler's Run should be on the, here. Let's see, Smuggler's Run. Let's put that in. We also got some Blue Milk and did some shopping. We ate dinner at Backlot Express, which again, oh, I did get one for that. Here. I think I'm going to do a fork and knife possibly for that, if I have one. Maybe I'm just out of the fork and knives in Sparkly Hollow. I feel like I didn't get them, but I also don't remember. Maybe I'll just grab the little pizza icon, actually. It works. Backlot Express. And then we did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I do really like for like one of the newer rides. So I'm just going to use the little lollipop for that. And then we went on Toy Story Mania, which I also do quite enjoy. It's such a fun one. Nick won though. He beat us all. So for that one, I'm just going to use a little balloon sticker. And then last but not least, we did go on Slinky Dog, which Nick was like, I don't think Nick had ever went on it. I think that was Bennett's, possibly his first roller coaster, but I don't remember. But Nick was like, wow, that was underwhelming. And I was like, yeah, I've told you all these years it is quite underwhelming. Did I need for 4 for Friday? Yeah. So Friday's another 4 day, and I have like not a lot of little things left, like 6 or 8. So let's figure it out. So on Friday we did Magic Kingdom with Theo. So for that, I think I'm going to do, we're going to try and use up some other things. So let's do this. And then we went on the Pooh ride. So I'm going to do that in a bigger box too, because like I said, we're starting to run out of little things. And then I'm going to do like I said, we can always cut things up, but I'm just not trying to do more work than I already am. So let's do this. So let's do a Magic Kingdom icon with a with Theo next to it. I think that'll be really cute. Use another one of these ones from Creativity and Ink. So yeah, we decided to do like a little day with Theo because we did 2 with Bennett. Obviously because it was like Bennett's birthday. So then I'm going to do a with Theo script, or with T's cute too, from Carly Plans. And then we did go on Haunted Mansion again for the like bazillionth time, I feel like, this trip. I think we went on it 3 times. So we went on Haunted Mansion, which Theo does really like. So, and it's obviously Nick's favorite ride. So we have that. And I'm just going to do a little Mickey head next to it for the icon. And then we did also go on the Winnie the Pooh ride, which I'm just going to use a little Theo for because it is Theo's favorite ride. This will be the second time that he went on it this trip. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, wherever they may be. Right here. Y'all hear Lila upstairs? She is giggling. Many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So cute. And then afterwards we went on Dumbo. This one is going to need 4. So let's do Dumbo, Barnstormer, Speedway, and People Mover. Let's do People Mover in a larger box because we do quite like People Mover. Then we will do everything else, I guess, in a little thing. I think I can do one on like this and like cut it possibly. So let's see what we have. One pattern one left. So let's use 2 solids. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's do this one. This one. And now I have 2 little things left. Oops. Let's do that. And let's do this one in the middle. I think we're going to have to get creative, y'all. I think we're going to have to get creative. So, like I said, let's put this here. We have Dumbo. So for Dumbo, I'm just going to use a little icon here. Let's do the little caramel apple because I think they have the caramel apples around there too, don't they? Dumbo the flying elephant. I feel like we also got so many rides done this day. It was kind of intense. So Dumbo, and we have Barnstormer, and then I was talking about it, I think, in the beginning of this Plan With Me, where this was the day that there was going to be a party at the end of the day, but it didn't really matter to us because we were not staying that late. So there was like no wait for anything. We did the Speedway, Tomorrowland Speedway, and all of these, like, we didn't wait longer than like 5 minutes, or in like, we also used the Genie Plus, which I feel like we didn't even need it. We could walk down all of this stuff. Then we did People Mover, which is Nick's, I think, second favorite ride, which is a good one. I feel like people sleep on the People Mover. Well, also, but not, because I feel like I remember we used to go and there would never be a wait for People Mover, and now it just kind of depends on the time. Sometimes there is a really long line for People Mover. Then we did do Buzz. Let me see like what the plan for life is here because I'm running out of stuff. Space Ranger spin. I guess I have these 2. So I have these 2 and then these 2 little things. Let's move these. So, you know, this is our last park day though. So it's kind of like everything else will be a little bit easier to figure out, right? Right? Possibly. So let's see, but I could use a big one for lunch. We did do lunch at Be Our Guest, and we do have enough little things left, I think. So let's do this one for Be Our Guest, and then I'm going to do the 3 little things. So 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna squeeze her. Okay. Okay, so let's do some of these little mini icons. We'll do the little castle. We'll do the Mickey ears with the Santa hat and the pizza for fun. So for these, we are doing Buzz, so Space Ranger. Did I already do that one? No. Wait. What? Am I on the right day? People Mover. Buzz. Did we already go on that? No. Why do I feel like I'm having deja vu? Space Ranger spin. Where are you? I did use it already. I think, yeah, we went on a different day too, right? Yeah. So Space Ranger, this is the wrong. Phase Ranger spin. Sorry, I'm like totally spacing. I should have just did this into a voiceover. Been way easier for me and for you. But now we're too deep to do that now. And then we also went on, what's it called? Little Mermaid. The Journey of the Little Mermaid. And then with the pizza, it totally makes sense. And then we also did teacups. So that is Mad Tea Party. And then afterwards, we did eat, oopsies, the little thing almost just made its way out of here. We did eat at Be Our Guest, which was super cute. So I think I'm going to do, like, for Be Our Guest, I'm going to do the little storybook. And then I'm going to just go ahead and cut this to Be Our and Guest underneath. I think that that's a cute way to do it. I was like, did I spell guest wrong? That'd be Our Guest. Why does that look wrong? I don't know. You ever feel that way? So then afterwards, I'm going to leave out, I think that there was a loud party next door just so I could fit things in a little bit better. But thankfully it was our last night, but the next door neighbors had like the loudest party ever. And normally if I'm asleep already, obviously I don't care, but I could not fall asleep. And I'm surprised everybody else was asleep because of how stinking loud it was. And there's like a no partying rule in like the HOA. So I called the like line for them to like see if they can make them not be as loud as they were. And they came, and then right as soon as the like security left, they just turned the music up really loud. And it was like not like I had to put on AirPods to go to sleep. And I feel like nowadays I can pretty much fall asleep like under any circumstance. So it was just so stinking loud and obnoxious. So yeah, that was very, very annoying. But we did go to, I don't know, I'll use, I guess, the little donut. So we did do a dinner this night. We went to Fort Wilderness. Is it Lodge or Fort Wilderness? I think it's Fort Wilderness. Because we just wanted to do a dinner reservation, and I feel like the best places around are just to like eat on property. So they had availability here, and beforehand we played at the playground and did some shopping, and then we ate at the Trail, what is it called? Trail Lodge or something? I don't even think I have that. I don't know what Trail's End. Trail's End. I don't know. It was good. And I liked going and like seeing a different place. Well, I guess I'm actually going to put in that there was the, I'm just going to put in the WTF for the loud noises. But I also don't know why I'm so tired, y'all, today. I think I got almost all of my Christmas shopping done. Almost all. I have a couple of things I need to order online, but I'm almost done. And I got a lot of it done today, so I'm like kind of pooped. On Saturday, it was a little stressful because Lila woke up throwing up this day. I'm going to try and like cut some of this stuff down and just see what we come up with. So let's go ahead and do this because I only have, I think, one little thing left. So we're just going to start cutting some of these up and placing them down. So let's do like a little bat for this, or the ghost. These are actually really cute. Let's do the ghost here. For Lila throwing up, which we were like, she had been so good for like a week, and then all of a sudden, like this night she threw up. But we think it was like a once kind of situation. So there was that. And then we were rushing at the airport because I'm gonna leave out McDonald's. Let's put that in, and then let's do, I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna do one of these rounded ones. We're rushing at the airport because Nick, like, I don't know, because there's purple underneath it. Nick had to go to the bathroom, and then he, like, wanted to stop at Enterprise because they hadn't been answering our calls, but thankfully we had clear, so it wasn't, like, too big of a deal. So for rushing, I'm going to use the bat, And then for flying home, I am going to use the little pumpkin because it's quite cute, and I'm regretting not using these more through the spread. So I'm going to use the MCO2 Austin. This fight wasn't too bad. Theo was a little bit over it. I totally scratched that. Theo was a little bit over it, but it wasn't super bad. So honestly, I was pretty thankful. So there's that. And then for us rushing, I have a rushing script. But it was nice, I guess, because we didn't have to wait too long. Then we were home finally, which I just love being home after a vacation. I think I'm, again, going to skip some things that I had initially planned to put in. And I'm just going to use this big box for being home. And then I am going to use this blue box here underneath it. And just trim it a little. I definitely I always thought that this format of kit was like the end all be all. And then I remember I was like, oh, I've told the story before, I'm just going to update like a couple of things. And then not even a new format, but just like a new addition. And then it ended up being like a whole new format. And I love the new format so much. I just love all of the variety of boxes and stuff. I just feel like I miss that when I'm using these kits. It's like one of those things you never know until you have it, and then you're like, I could never live without it. So for home, I just have a sticker that says home. We did get McDonald's for lunch, and then I gave the kids baths and showers, and then I just worked in bed. And then Lila was being so cute this day. She was just giving out kisses like they were going out of style, which was just so cute. So I think I'm going to use the little candy cane bow, or not candy cane, candy corn bow. And then there's a little L Kisses script for that. Then afterwards, we got Olive Garden for dinner. I read my book, I cuddled Nick, and we watched Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I thought I had one more little thing left, but maybe I was imagining it. So I think I'm going to narrow that down to 3 things and use these situations here. So I'm going to use this one, and then a patterned one. So let's do this here. I think I might just do this. I feel like I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen here. So for this, I think I'm going to do Olive Garden. Yeah, I think Olive Garden will be cute. I'll do the little ice cream. I've been getting tiramisu when we get Olive Garden. I really wish I could find somewhere that makes it that's known for it. But I've just been loving tiramisu recently. It's so random. And then I'm not going to put in reading. I think I'm just going to put in cuddle Nick. I think that'd be cute. So I'm going to do this. And then do the... what do I want to do? Do I have a cuddle script? I think I do. Or I have with Nick. With Hubs, Nick, cuddle with Nick. That's perfect. So let's do this one. And then we watch the Jersey Shore Family Vacation finale. I feel like it's really the only show I watch anymore. Reality TV wise. So let's do just the little laptop for that. And then I will grab a Jersey Shore script. I'm totally excited to reuse that kit because it is so cute. I think I'm going to cut this. Shore and Jersey. So stinking cute. My camera's overheating. So this day it was Jess's birthday. So for that, what do we want to mark? How do we want to mark that? I think I'm going to do... First off, let's do work. And I've been marking work with those little labels, the little rounded ones. But since those are not in this format, I'm going to make my own little label and put work in there. So let's do that with a sticker sheet, little pumpkin sticker sheet for work. So I'm just going to stick that at the bottom. And then I have little works in Sparkly Hollow. so cute. Love that. Like I said, it was Jess's birthday, Knish Jess. So for that, I am going to use, I think out of these ones, she would like the light purple one the best. So we're just going to stick this in here with a, we'll do the purple donut, I think would be cute for Jess's birthday. So then I do have a Jess birthday little script. And then I also had in that we went to the HEB as a family and then my in-laws came over, but I think I'm just going to put in that we went to HEB. And for that, oh, that's the same color as the rest of them. I am going to, oh wait, I can use this. I have to trim it, but I think it'll work. Maybe not, actually. I could just stick it in. That's perfect. I love it so much. So then I'm just going to grab a little shopping icon. And then a HEB script. H. Do I not have an H? Yes, I do. HEB. Heb. Script. And then we're on to the last little section. So this day I put in that well, not this day, but this evening I put in that I was annoyed with Nick. I made cheesesteaks. I don't remember why I was annoyed though. Bath and then read a book. So I think I'm just going to do, well, we don't need to put in that I was mad. I think I'm just going to put in that I made cheesesteaks because they were banging. They were so good. I think for that I'm going to use the little bow again because why not? We're just using all of the spooky stuff. Then we're going to grab cheesesteaks. They were so good. Homemade cheesesteaks. And then I just kind of like hung out with Nick the rest of the night. So I think I'm just going to do, let's do this with Nick. Let's do a little pumpkin. I think that could be cute. With Nick's script. And then I took a bath, so I think I'm going to put in bath. And then we are finished, and I feel pretty accomplished that I kind of got through it all with only having to cut up a little bit of stuff. And then for taking a bath, I think I'm going to maybe, I'll just actually cut this one. And cut it a little slim. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I think I'm just going to do the little phone, because I'm always on my phone in the bathtub. And then a bath script. It's on the sampler. And my friends, that is the end. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh wait, actually I wanted to put in, you'll do this with, I'm going to do the cinnamon roll. And put this over here for at Disney. And then I think I'm going to do some kind of like surgery and do like a Bennett 5 here. But I will be back and show you that. I feel like this was the most intense spread of my life, but I think it is so pretty. So pretty. I love it. I love the colors. I love all the flaps. Let me show you what I have left. There's not, honestly, I feel like this is obviously the most, I mean, even the doodles, look at that. The most I've ever used from a kit ever, because it's the most, like, boxes that I've ever done in, in a spread. Used up literally all of the little things, which is just wild. And then I have a bunch of foil stuff left over. Some of it's going to go into D-stash. Some of it like this and these I'll save. Probably wouldn't save this sheet. I'd save this. I'd probably save this for the bottom wash because sometimes I would, maybe not do like a full mixed metal or like I'll do like, a manual mixed metal and then I want something that has like this in it already. So yeah, kind of depends on what I'll be saving, but I love the way this spread turned out. Thank y'all for watching through my struggles. I'll probably be printing out the remaining scripts just so I can get the full effect. I love this box. I've said before, I just love and miss the like washi box. I just had like a pattern for like a quote because like I feel like this just really stands out. But yeah, I love it. I love the bottom washi with the manual mixed metal. I love the colors and all of the memories, and I just can't get over it. It's definitely going to go down as being like one of my favorite spreads of all time. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to y'all in my next one. Bye!